pussy clot now follow me for? One. Yes, the blood clot borrow. To protect your soul.
I'll be bucking them like Palace, puffing on my chalice. True say I'm an addict, 24 Cali, don't make me have to grab it.
A guest here, you know, I let him introduce himself. His brother done a lot of community work, you know, known in the ends himself. From Aston, you see him around, made music and so forth. You know what I mean? You know, been through it all and so forth. I let him introduce himself. Just Zimbo, if you introduce yourself, brother. Yeah.
Yeah, blessings. Yeah, my name's Zimbo. How you doing, my brother?
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. Yeah, yeah, my name's Zimbo, and I do a lot of community work in the community. I work with young people, work in schools. I do a lot of work within the media and stuff like that as well. And I make music as well. You get what I do quite a few things, you know. But I'm pushing the movement. You get me?
Right.
Okay, so what we're saying, like, as you can see, the Black Lives Matter movement, a lot of black people are sick of what's going on. A lot of black people are actually buying black now, and it's good. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, I've noticed a lot of the heathens, a lot of the East Indians. I went chip shop one day, and everyone looking at me what funny, and I realized, man, they're all scared. And East Indians are putting like Black Lives Matter because they want to be down with us, because they know black people we're pissed off. We're buying black now. Like your brethren, Grinch, you know, sold what? Loads of Sky Juice. And it's a good thing, man. So what do you think about that? You think things like this must happen for our people to support black businesses? Because remember, we got a lot of things that we can do. And I see black people buying black now. A lot of people supporting black businesses. And we can make a good money, man. What's your thoughts on that?
All right. So I want to talk about two things. So first of all, let me talk about the term black, because I'm going to talk about a negative and a positive. Yeah. All right. So first of all, the positive is what you was talking about, but let me hit the negative up first, because I do see negative in it, because when we're talking about black is not just us. Black means everyone. Asians are black. Everyone that's non-white is classed as black. If you look at classifications, that's what black is. Then we have to remember where the term black came from.
So I got to cut you there, because
all right. Let me finish.
Carry on.
No, I'm saying I've been, and the reason why I know this, I've been to an event and it was for black people. Everybody is classed as black. Everybody non-white is classed as black, like in the mainstream. Yeah, in what the mainstream will call it. Now, for me, us using the term black and defining ourselves as black kind of denies us from claiming back our true identity. I think I don't think we should be. I think we need to claim our true identity and make it official. This is why a lot of things can happen to us, and we can't do nothing about it. We can only protest or riot, because we are not an official nation. We are not an official body. You've got groups of people here saying we're this, groups of people there saying we're that, but we're not official. We need to become an official body. So if something happens to us, we can deal with it as an official body. That's where we're missing out on. That's why we can't get our hands on the resources that are out there for us, because we don't have the structures and the capacity to deal with those resources. So first of all, we need to claim back our true identity and claim back our ways of working and living together. Like, I'm not even talking about everyone else. Like, we need to kind of start forget everyone else for a minute and start dealing with us, who we are, and building ourselves. You get what I'm trying to say? So for me, I'll be honest, I feel like the Black Lives Matter movement is a whole heap of BS, but not what's happening, because what's happening is good. The brothers are coming together. Brothers are starting to buy. But for me, we should have been doing that long time ago.
That's true, Khan.
We should have been doing that long time ago. The reason, even why it's BS, because we're only doing it because social media's told us to do it. So I'm standing from outside the box. Yeah, I'm standing from outside the box. And 4 or 5 weeks ago, I'm seeing everyone scared to come out of their house. Remember, I've been pushing black unity and all the rest of it for the last 6, 7, 10 years, fam. Hard till man are trying to kill me for it. Yeah. Now I'm pushing this, and 4 weeks ago, I've been doing this for years. 4 or 5 weeks ago, everyone's scared to come out of their house because of COVID-19. Boom, the thing on George Floyd happens. With social media Like people are being literally told what to think by social media. Social media is telling everyone to rise up. Social media is telling everyone to buy black. It's social media that's doing this. It's not us coming together on our own head saying, yo, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. So we need to start, first and foremost, we need to start thinking for ourselves, because we're not thinking for ourselves. For me, I'll tell you, if in 12 months time, we're still on this thing, then I'll take it serious. But I'm not taking it serious right now because it's a trend. And I'm saying in another 6 weeks, yeah, all these people that you see following the trend right now, everybody that's following the trend, because everybody's following the trend. Whoever wasn't on it before is following the trend. So all these people that you see following the trend, let's see if they're on it in 6 months' time. Then I'll be happy about it, because to me it's fake because of how it's come about, and because I know that it's all being manipulated and controlled by social media. To me, it's fake. So when I see it's real, then I'll be happy. I'll be honest.
Okay. I mean, Karate, you wanted to jump in and say something?
Oh no, that's I'll get to in a minute regarding the black thing. What you think is correct?
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Go ahead.
With I.S.U.P.K, see, we support black businesses. We love black people. We marry black women, not because of trend.
Now I know you man on this
because you know why we do.
Not talking about
I know, but you know why we do so, because God said so. Because the Bible says so. Supporting black businesses is not a trend. Supporting black businesses is not a fad. It's not something we do because someone dies, because God says so. We support black businesses because we love our people. I know what you're saying.
It's a trend to the masses.
The masses.
You know what time it is, fam? We are a small number.
I hear what you're saying.
When you're talking about I.S.U.P.K and people like you, people like me, we are a very, very, very small number. And I'll keep it real, blood. I've spent the last 10 years with people fighting against me for trying to liberate and bring our people together.
No, I've seen it.
All right, then.
I've seen you on BBC4.
So as far as I'm concerned, until it's solid and I know people are really about it, yeah, because it's fake. These people are fake. So let's see.
Hold on. Let me jump in right there, right? Because you said a few things, and I'm gonna try to go them in order when you said first, just so we don't lose it, right? So I definitely understand. I've heard the brother speak about it before with the stuff you do. Okay, now with in terms of let's stop calling each other black. I think that is such a small thing to focus on, that we should not be doing, right? I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. 1 second. I understand what you're saying with the term black, means, with the meanings of it, the connotations it gives, and the mindset it could put somebody in. However, if we call ourselves white, we would still be murdered in the streets. If we call ourselves white, we would still be marginalized by the other nations. We would still be financially advantaged by the other nations. We'd still kill each other. We'd still sell each other drugs. We'd still do what we're doing. What we call each other, while I understand the merit of your argument, I still think that's something we should not focus on introducing right now, only because the things that really hold us back is the lack of knowing who we are and separating from the other nation.
Right. So that's my point. When we say black, all the nations are included. All the dark skin.
By your definition.
No. I would say by the mainstream definition. By mainstream definition, because all right, for instance, the Black Lives Matter protests that have been happening in the UK right now, the ones that have been going on in London, who do you see speaking?
White people.
No, not just white. The black folks that you see speaking. I've seen actors, yeah, talking about 400 years of slavery and rare tear, Black Lives Matter and this and that. And they're Nigerian, their mom and dad's are Nigerian, they come from African background, they didn't come from 400 years of slavery. So this is why it's a problem, because, and this is why I believe it will help to solve things when we take back our true identity and make it official. Because when we claim back our true identity, this defines us for who we are. Now we are somebody, we can say this defines us for who we are. Now we can start to say, what did we live like? What are our rules? What is our culture? And start going back to our culture. We have to define ourselves for who we are, and then we can go back to our culture. The black culture is what we're seeing now. You know that you see what we're seeing now, urban culture. That's black culture.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to? That's not us. So we need to remove
but okay, Africans do not consider themselves black. They'll be the first ones.
when they're in the UK, they do.
Because it's a style. It's a style to be black. But Africans don't consider themselves black. Man's Not Hot. Man's Not Hot was Big Shaq until he got to Power 105 and had millions of followers. As soon as he got on Power 105, Charlamagne said, hold on, where's Man's Not Hot? Where's Big Shaq? He said, nah, I ain't black today. I'm Michael Dapper. And started with his Ghanaian shit and talk all his, African shit. Africans don't consider themselves black. It's convenient to be black when style and music is on the table.
Do you know when they consider when they consider themselves black? When it's time to eat food.
That's what I'm saying. When it's convenient.
So this is why. So this is why we need to define who we are.
All right.
Well, as soon as we can
listen, I'm gonna define it right now. Black people are the 12 tribes of Israel only.
That's right.
That's it.
I know that.
Blacks
I'm with
are Native Indians. Now, this is what I would tell you, right? Because I want to move on to the other things, and this is why I think it's so small. We should not turn black away and say, don't call us black no more. We should take that whole thing and say, you not black African. You that Star Wars man who in London who was talking there, what's his name again? John Boyega. We should tell him you're not black. We should tell Stormzy you not black. We should tell Spike you not black. Mist is a black man. You get the point? He's Raheem Sterling black.
But my thing is, why not just
from the African and not allow everybody else to ride the pony of black? Now, however, I want to move on from that. We could always come back to that. But the stuff you said before, afterwards, about how much, you think it's fake right now because of the reaction and how it's driven by social media, which I do agree with you that social media has a big part to play in it. But at the same time, what's not fake is our oppression.
That's right.
Our oppression, our everyday life, that part is not fake. And the Bible says, Paul said, if by any means I could provoke them to emulation, them which are my flesh. Yes, social media is doing it, and yes, it seems to be a fashion. If that's what it takes to make black people stop spending money with everybody else, so be it.
That's right.
Like, if you're a leader, if you're a father, and you're raising your son to walk, and your son, hold on one second. If you're raising your son to walk, and your son is not walking with the push thing you bought for him, are you now going to be angry and upset if he walks by holding on to the wall? No, because your goal is for him to walk. He may not walk the way you was, hoping he would start to walk using that crutch, but he decided he holding on to the wall and he wants to walk. He want to do what you want to do. And that's how you have to be when you lead black people. To really fight for black people, you're going to have to think like a father or a bigger brother and have the patience. And no, you've been knocking away at the ground for 10 years, great. But if now they decide we're not spending, let's take who we could get now. And yes, it's going to be a fad and it's going to go away. And we take what we have now. Then we go back to fishing and knocking again. We've been in slavery for 400 years. 10, 20 years of work is not going to solve it. 50 years of work is not going to solve it. This is, you have to be ready to dedicate your lifetime.
Right. I agree.
You get the point?
You know what I'm going to say? I agree. And in terms of you have to dedicate your life to this. But where I disagree is if the people them think that they can go back to how it was and go back to following these other trends after this. No, if you're in this city here, it is not happening because there is going to be fire to burn. Like I'm sitting back now for this time. I'm sitting back quiet because I'm watching what's going on and I'm waiting to see if people are really about this, if we're really going to make this change and move forward. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not allowing us to go back. And if I'm going to be honest, my brother, we're at a standpoint now. We're at a time now where we have to be like this. Have to be. We're either moving forward or move away, move from us. That's right.
You're absolutely right. You're right. You have to take that stand. But go ahead, Karathi. Go ahead.
I hope you understand what the captain's saying. Like you're saying it's a fad, and we agree. It's a fad.
I know it's saying so.
But I'm saying
some people.
But can we have this for now? If this is working, if this is working for now, you know what I mean? Can we use this?
That, yeah,
can we use this fad to get people to buy black for now, at least. Like, can we work with that? Like, can we work with that for now?
Yeah, I'm about that. I'm about that. But
I know you're cool.
But you know what it is?
We've seen you on Channel 4.
My thing is this.
Your own people went against you for fighting for black. We've seen that.
No, my thing is this, bro. Like, yo, if you're gonna buy black today, because the social media is telling you, and then tomorrow we're out here gangbanging and kill each other, it's better you just keep doing that. Forget the buying, forget doing that. If you're gonna go back to how you was, what's the point in everyone saying, "Oh, we're gonna buy black and we're gonna do this now," and then tomorrow we're doing the same shit that's killing each other? That's not making no sense. And if that's what man are doing, I'm not involved.
Listen, you're right, Zimbo. You absolutely right. No, the problem is with that is you had to give people something of substance to follow.
Yeah.
And without that, it's like going to the gym. Some people go to the gym and after a month,
that's most people.
You know what I mean? They go to the gym after a month. But if you go to a doctor and a doctor tell you, nigga, if you don't run for 30 minutes every day, you're gonna get a heart attack and die. You have something of substance to hold on to. Our people, we are like a headless chicken. We don't have a head. We don't have a government. We don't have something there that we can follow. And that's the missing link with our people. Our people don't have a head to follow.
I'm with you, my bro.
And listen, in the UK, we building that government for our people. And that's why we say in the meantime, let's let our people right now are in the baby stage when you consider our nature. That's why I use the analogy of getting up to walk. We are literally in a baby stage. Let's say we could separate right now and the white man cuts everything off. Our people, I'm talking about as a nation, will fall flat on our face like a baby trying to walk because we're so plugged in and integrated with these societies. We're not ready to stand on our own. We should, but we're not there as a people. Now in the UPK, we definitely are. We done damn near separate from this whole society already. Now to bridge that gap, you are going to have to show our people why they should continue to buy black. Because truth be told, after this dies down, who's going to have the cheapest prices in the stores? Black stores or the Chinese stores?
Chinese, East Indian, Arab.
Who for the sisters? Who gonna be having the deals on the nails and the wigs and the yaki and the Brazilian yak? Black stores or the Asian stores? The Asian. You're gonna have to show your people why it's worth spending more money with your people over getting a cheaper deal with the heathen, because the long term is better for your people. That only comes when we have a head, when we have a government, when there's a vision that people could see. Right now, our people see something that's short term and we live in it. But you're gonna have to go in there and turn that crowd.
Can I comment?
Go ahead.
Can I comment? Yeah. So since lockdown has been going on and all the madness is going on, we're actually doing that. So we're actually creating community structure. And it's not even just me. There's a linkage with a couple man from London, Manchester, Nottingham. And we're developing some form of community structure that them can go and basically set up in each city. And once we've got it set up in each city, then we can bring those councils together to create a council of councils, and we can register it as a corporate body. And once we register as a corporate body, we can then start tapping into the resources that are there for us. So that is actually happening. We're in the process of doing that. There's a small group of people that are actually in the process of doing that. Here in Brum, anyway.
That's a good step to take. That's a very good step to take. But what's going to happen, brother? And this is a problem that's going to happen. What's going to happen when one group is Christian and another group is Muslim? They're all brothers.
Okay,
but hold on. But we fundamentally believe different things.
That's right.
Okay, my thing is this. Okay, being of the tribe of Israel, that's a bloodline. You hear what I'm trying to say? That's a bloodline. So my thing is this: if a man wants to practice Islam, do your thing right now. If a man wants to practice Christianity, do your thing. If a man wants to practice spirituality, do your thing. We're coming under the same banner as underneath from a bloodline, yeah. And we will create something. At the end of the day, the people that are running the world, They're not just on one pit. They're different sections, but they come together, one common goal, their agenda, which is mass control and mass power. We have to do the same thing as a people.
Okay, but if I could write that correctly, the nations that Karasi, you want to go first? He's like, what he's saying is right, but I'm just showing you where to you, because your what you said first is damn near like our people only going this far. You want them to go further over the edge. You're trying to push them over that threshold. To get over that threshold, you're gonna have to at least do what our oppressors did. You said something there just now that was not all the way accurate. The people that rule the world are not only of one bloodline, or let me put it like this, the people that rule over us, because there's different nations that rule over us, not only are they as a people of one bloodline, they're also of one religious belief. And I use the word religious loosely.
Yeah.
The white man is Christian, and he is about white supremacy. The East Indian is either Hindu or Muslim, and they're about Asian supremacy.
That's right.
African is about his money, and that's it. And that's
you know what? There was a misinterpretation in what I said, because when I was talking about Muslims and Christians, I was talking about the Muslims, the brothers and sisters that are from our tribe. The people for instance, like my brother, my younger brother, he's Muslim. Right. But he knows his bloodline.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I was talking about them too. I just want to make sure you know. That's who I was originally talking about. But you had made the comparison of the people that rule over us. They don't consider that. They just know. And I'm saying that's not really correct, because when they come to rule over us, it's bloodline and their philosophy all in one. You understand what I'm saying? The nations that rule over us, race is first, and then philosophy is second. We right now coming together on the race tip. We do not have that one philosophy. That one philosophy, because what we miss is good to set up the corporations and the black businesses. But let's say we set up the corporations and the black businesses. If I'm Muslim, Islam teach me I could go marry a white woman. If I'm Christian, Christianity teach me I could go marry a Chinese. So now the corporations and businesses we set up benefit the Chinese and the whites. We have to come together, not just by blood, but in one mental spirit as well. That's what I'm saying. You get what I agree?
No, I agree.
Like what you're saying was heavy, because it's like Muslims will be Pakistani and Muslim. So there's black Muslims too, but I've never seen a black Muslim sweep the floor in any petrol station, in any news agent. So they know something we don't know. We're like, religion's cool, everything. They know something, that race is important. I've never seen a black man in my life sweep the floor in any news agent.
So that was my basic.
My point is, a black man, you ever say, cool, we're blood and religion, nothing to do with that. But what happens when a black man who's a Muslim says, well, this white man's is my brother too, because he's a Muslim? Then now we got to accept him. What happens when this black man who's a Buddhist say, well, he's a Buddhist too, and he's Chinese, so I got to accept him too? Then we're back at square one.
Okay, can I answer?
Yeah,
I have this conversation with my brother, and it's the same thing. He said, like, the Muslim, that's Islam, the Muslims, if you're a Muslim, you're brothers. I had the same conversation with my brother, and he knows as well, because my thing is this. Okay, then these people are your brothers, but your bloodline is first, and you know this because those people that call themselves your brothers because you're Muslim, go and ask them to marry one of their sisters.
That's right.
They're not gonna let that happen.
They'll never give it to you.
So I don't get it twisted. I know this, but because of the state that we're in, in terms of we're scattered and we're man are following this and man are following this. In terms, I would say, leave religion alone and develop the structures and the governance, the actual governance, which is a code of conduct teaching us how to live, how we should do, how we operate with each other, and have that and use that as an It doesn't have to be in terms of religion, because I don't deal with religion. I deal with spirituality and spiritual law.
Okay, well, that's why I said I use the word religion loosely. I'm not actually talking about full of religion.
I don't deal with that.
But okay, now this is what I want to say. So like, y'all stop me, all right? just like how you make that concession or that consideration that because we so spread out, let's focus on something we could agree on for now as a start. Make that same concession for this social media fad.
That's right.
So spread out.
You got Duffy this.
You know what I mean? Just make that so you could understand.
I hear that.
You really could understand. Yeah, we spread out in different religions. So for now, let's just agree on this little thing. Well, listen, I fully understand my generation, understand the young generation, how much social media drives them. I understand the older generation that don't give a damn about a computer. But whatever it takes to bring us together for a second, for a season, and then while we're in that season, brother, we out there fishing, let it be. You get the point? Like, don't fight it, don't knock it too hard, because what you have to understand is you have a certain understanding and a certain intellect that you carry. Never assume everybody else has that.
I hear that. I hear that.
And what will happen is you'll start, and I'm not saying you're proud, but you'll start developing a certain pride about yourself that you're going to look down on your people who don't get it. And once you go down that road, you cannot be used to effect change in your people. You always have to have compassion on your people. You always have to have understanding and know that your understanding, it really doesn't come from you, even if it's the books you read or the education you've been exposed to. If you're 12 tribes of Israel, your understanding on any level comes from the Lord. And he's the one gave it to you so you could be a useful tool to fish the people that do not understand, that don't have a clue. So you have to be very careful the level of frustration that we allow ourselves to get into as pillars in every society, and be able to appreciate what's going on now, even if you've been knocking the ground for so long, and now this past month, everybody buy black, no problem. They buying black now, heavy rain falling. What's the old school thing? Put container outside to catch water before the rain stops.
Can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Because I was having a conversation about this today with someone else who believes that I should change the way I deliver my message, because they think I should use more compassion. Now, my reasoning for why I don't use as much compassion is because when I first was on this journey and I was trying to use compassion with my own brothers around me and my own people around me, my life was in danger, if I'm gonna be honest. Man were trying to threaten my life. So the compassion went, and I had to, and it was really, and now my message is just delivered with be a gangster, because I'll keep it. No, but because so my question's gonna be like, I have this conversation with a few people. So it's like, how do I deal with that? Because it's like, if I try and show man compassion, it's like these brothers try and as soon as they think you're gone soft, they take you for a weakness, and then they think, yo, they can deal with you a certain type of way. So, and coming from where I've come from the trenches. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, it's hard for me to deal with that. It's hard for me to show compassion. Where
you want the long answer or the short answer?
Like, I need no. Look, this is a big thing for me.
Listen, I know where you at.
Like, can I interrupt 2 seconds?
Hold on, Krasi. This one is mine.
Rank order. Hey, rank order. I'm only at 5,000. We got ranking the UK. Listen, my mouth's sealed. Okay. I'm gonna shut my mouth.
Listen, I'm gonna ask you one question, right? And then I'm gonna give you. You tell me if you want the short answer or the long answer.
I'm gonna be honest. I want the long answer already because it is an issue for me. It's an actual issue for me.
Okay, listen. Let me ask you this question. Since you changed your delivery, has the threats and the hate stopped?
If I'm gonna be honest, because I changed it very early anyway. But since I changed it, yes. Like, in terms of people thinking that they can move to me easily or try and like draw me out, yes, it has stopped.
Okay, this is what I would say, Ak. I'm gonna give you the short answer, and then we could go to the long one.
Go on.
Join the I.S.U.P.K, brother. That's the end all and be all.
So like I said, I got into the same thing.
Listen, we in one mind, one body, one spirit, one baptism. Because why? Christ's life was in danger from beginning to end, and Christ was no pussy. I'm gonna tell you straight up. Christ was a straight up G, straight up gangster. You read the Bible and see some of the shit Christ said. It's not what the Christians say.
Yeah.
Your life being in danger comes with the truth.
I'm not complaining about it, you know. It's just
no. I'm not saying you're complaining. I'm saying it comes.
That's just my coping mechanism. You get me?
It comes with telling the truth, whether you tell it passively or aggressively. They wanted to stone Christ when he called them a generation of vipers. He was aggressive. And they wanted to stone him when he said, he who is without sin cast the first stone, when he was cool and calm. It didn't matter. They wanted to kill him.
That's right.
Once you're telling the truth, your life is in danger.
That's right.
And the Bible say, why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Don't change nothing. Don't change not a goddamn thing. Who will hear, and who will forbear, will forbear. Now, this is why I say you gotta join the UPK. Without that thing that I'm talking about, without that leadership, without that thing there in front of black people to show them this is who we are, this is who we're supposed to be and follow, everything else will not come to fruition. It will grow and then fail. Just like Black Panther Party, just like everything that grew before. It has a time when it's growing because it's new and it's something black people haven't experienced. But if you want to build a nation, brother, you are going to need to build the leadership from the ground up. Show black people where they need to be from the ground up. You can't just show them by black. You can't just show them.
No, but that's what the council and the community structure that man are creating. That's what it's all about. Is creating.
There's one that's already created. We have a major council tomorrow. Ask traffic. We have an I.S.U.P.K major council tomorrow to discuss taking over the globe.
That's right.
You understand? And we've been doing it since 1969. One is already created. Like the system. This is one thing in life is you should never do is recreate the wheel. You waste energy. There's a system already created. It's done, written in the Bible. We follow it.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
I did speak about that though.
Also, Zimbo, later on, I can show you that back room right there, man, which is full of food, man. Food, it's like a mountain of food for black and Spanish. We got it all, man. Trust me. You know what I mean? The I.S.U.P.K on the command GEN.YAHANNA, we got it all locked down, man. We show you. You're talking about brother need to know who they are. We got that. You're talking about brother need black businesses. We got that. Brother need food. We got that. We got it all, man. So like you said.
No sweat. You're absolutely right. Like that system that you're talking about creating, it exists already. It absolutely exists. So, and this is not to knock what you're doing too tough. I'm just trying to show you really, if you want to make a difference, that's what you need to do. Why play? You know.
Can I ask a question then?
Go ahead.
Okay, so and this is just to play devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Because
I got no problem calling you a devil. Just know that. If you want to play devil's advocate.
Right. Maybe I'm using the wrong. Let me throw a spanner in the works then, because I do get that, and then even because I was even talking to the brother earlier on, even in terms of the code and conduct. The code and conducts that I was looking to, that we're drawing from, are the 600 commandments, over the 600 commandments anyway. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So what I was gonna ask is, okay, I.S.U.P.K's been running for a minute. So, why is it not doing that already then?
What do you mean?
Like, it's been running for a minute. There should be. We should be able to see. I've been in Birmingham. I've been part of the city all my life. I'm only just now hearing about I.S.U.P.K. We don't hear about what they do. So it's got to be. It's like if it's been going on for a while, they should have more of a foothold in within the community. Then, if that makes any sense.
Okay, no sweat. I got you. You've been banging on the streets for about 10 years, right?
Yeah.
When I say banging, banging about the black lives. When I say banging, I'm talking about the actual work with black.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the name of your school?
What's the name of my school?
Yeah.
Now we don't. I don't
You don't
want
have-
to.
What's the name of your building that black people could come to for counseling?
We don't have it, but we have had it though.
Hold on. What's the name of your food program that black people could come to for food?
We don't have it.
Okay. The UK school has been built in 5 years. In 2015 is when Boots was first on the ground.
That's right.
In that time, we've had 2 buildings. This is the second one. We have a food program that's been, I think, 3 years in existence. We've had counseling. We've done help people with drug addiction. And this is our school.
That's right.
You have been doing this for 10 years, but you have a platform that everybody knows who you are. They don't know your work. Because once again, the system is already there. The system is already there for the work. We have that system. Why don't you just tell everybody, this is who you need to follow? Because in 5 years, we have things you don't have, or we have things that you had and don't have anymore. Then really, this is the system that works.
That's right.
You have that platform.
You're saying that working. You can't say that working as a big organization. I'm working as 1 and 2 man.
Well, listen, that's a downfall. You have to listen. This is why it's a downfall. You have to build something that if you die, it continues. Right now, Lord forbid, brother, something happened to you. All your hard work, your 10 years is going down the drain. Your 10 years only matters if somebody in 100 years from now is doing the same thing you do. And that's why in the I.S.U.P.K, we build what we build. Craft, let me beg you a little break there. Go ahead and say what you have to say. Let's take a break. Let's keep the brother on, cause I like how this going.
Gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster in the morning, gangster in the evening, gangster all the time.
Yeah, I'm back and I'm attacking. Nah, I ain't capping. Real life rapping, switched it up and got it cracking. Get you vanished from a napping.